2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing first play is Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical to be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Complete. This is Mitchell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Herbert back to the air. Out quickly to Judy. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chargers 7, Raiders 0.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play action now. Brissett. And right away he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
25 yards that time.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second and 1 from the 2.
Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Deebo Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0.
Chargers 21. Raiders nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And that's complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. and they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 44, Brissett.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A 1st down throw for Brissett. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They go back to the ground this time. And he lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Caught at the 7.
And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert, he's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert off of play action. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll look downfield for Waller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by Harrison.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Herbert now. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense, or they continue to score on offense?
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake, Brissett. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. And look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. Well, now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Penny. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll run with Penny and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Rashad Penny unable to get there, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. First down, here's Mitchell. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. His throw incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. He gets this one to Boyd. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Divine Diablo on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Raiders' 42.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 22, Brissett. He hits Adams complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brissett. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
It really was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB. Here we go,
on the counter, Mitchell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 32. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Another run with Mitchell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll run with Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Once more with Mitchell.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back near his goal line, Brissett. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And they'll indeed take a knee.